Ang mainit na tinatalakay ngayon sa Kongreso, ang pagdadawit kay Colonel Ruina Marsan Garman sa pagpatay sa 3 Chinese national sa loob ng piitan na nasasangkot sa illegal na droga. Kung tayo'y magbabalik tanaw ng panahon ni Apu Lakay taong 1972, may isang Chinese national na nasangkot din sa illegal na droga at ito'y natulan ng kamatayan sa pamamagitan ng firing squad.
To trial by military tribunal pursuant to General Orders number 8 of the President dated September 27, 1972 and General Order number 12 of the President dated September 30, 1972 did on or about September 20, 1972 at Caloocan City, Philippines willfully and unlawfully without being authorized by law, sell, deliver, give away to another, distribute, dispatch on transit or transport heroin, which is a prohibited drug, and acted as broker in any of the aforementioned transactions. In that, Lim Sing alias Gansu, subject to trial by military tribunal pursuant to General Orders number 8 of the President dated September 27, 1972 and General Orders number 12 of the President dated September 30, 1972 did on or about September 28, 1972 at Caloocan City, Philippines willfully and unlawfully without being authorized by law engaged in the manufacture of heroin, a prohibited drug under Public Act number 6425, otherwise known as the Dangerous Drug Act. In that, Lim Sing alias Gansu, subject to trial by military tribunal pursuant to General Orders number 8 of the Philippines dated September 27, 1972 and General Orders number 12 of the President dated September 30, 1972 did on or about September 28, 1972 at Caloocan City, Philippines willfully and unlawfully and without being authorized by law have in their possession, in his possession and under his custody and control 34.75 pounds of heroin, a prohibited drug under the provisions of Republic Act number 6425, otherwise known as the Dangerous Drug Acts of 1972. Please, to all the specification and charge, guilty. Findings of all the specification and charge, guilty. Sentence, life imprisonment and to pay a fine of 30,000 pesos and to forfeit in favor of the government all the instruments or tools and prohibited drugs confiscated and to be deported after the service of the sentence. The sentence was adjudged on 18 October 1972 pursuant to paragraph 4C2 of Presidential Decree number 9 dated November 7, 1972. The President of the Philippines has approved the sentence but increased that portion as provides for life imprisonment to death by musketry. As ordered by the President, the sentence shall be duly carried out at 6 o'clock on 15 January 1972 at Fort Bonifacio, Rizal, pursuant to APRG 131-121 dated 21 January 1954 by command of General Espino. Romulo M. Espaldon, Commodore AP, Deputy Chief Staff.
Yan ang mangyayari sa mga Chinese national na magpapasok ng illegal na droga noong panahon ni Apo Lakay. Subalit, bago ang lahat, kapag hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, please subscribe, click notification bell at mag-like para mas updated ka sa mga video na i-upload namin. Ito ang Tindig Pinas, kung saan bawat isyu may boses ka. Ito si Colonel Royina Marsan Garma, isang probinsyana galing sa Cagayan. Siya ay nagtapos ng BS Math sa kanyang probinsya at pumasok sa PNP at nagtapos noong 1997. At sa taong din iyon, siya ay na-assign sa Anti-Vice Unit. At taong 1998, siya ay naging chief ng Women Desk. Taong 2004 hanggang 2005, siya ay na-assign sa CIDG Krami. At taong 2009, muli siyang ibinalik sa Davao City bilang isang police admin. Taong 2011 hanggang 2016, siya ay naging police station commander ng naturang syudad. 2017, siya ay naging CIDG Director ng Cebu at 2018, siya ay naging Police City Director ng Cebu. At sa kanyang pagretiro, siya ay naging General Manager ng PCSO. Ngunit sa lahat ng kanyang accomplishment ay dahil lamang umano sa pagiging malapit niya sa dating presidente. Yan ang paratang sa kanya sa Kongreso, lalong-lalo na ang posisyong General Manager sa PCSO. At siya'y idinadawit sa pagkamatay ng 3 Chinese national na sangkot sa droga.
Si Superintendent Padilla would know na may mga high-value targets na pumapasok sa DAPICOL. Bawal ito. Pero kung for example lang, again ma'am, hypothetical, may isang kriminal na gustong pumatay ng isang tao, ng isang target niya sa loob ng penal colony. Kung nakikisawsaw ang warden, magagawa ba ito o hindi?
What do
If the warden...
I cannot give my opinion on a matter that is illegal, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, you are decorated. You are in the
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your
CIDG,
Honor.
which means that these kinds of investigations are no stranger to you. You would know to be able to solve a case and to investigate it well, kailangan nyo rin na
So-
you have to think in the minds also of the criminals din para malaman mo kung ano yung next move nila. So are you saying, ma'am, na despite your expert opinion, you cannot give us
Mr. Chair,
an opinion regarding
it
this?
depends on the facts of the case, Mr. Chair.
So, ma'am.
Is that there was indeed a close contact or several contacts between Colonel Garma and Jimmy Fortaleza. Ang una pong pag-uusap nila noong July 2018, nung bumisita po si Colonel Garma kay Jimmy Fortaleza kasama si Colonel Villela and Colonel Grijaldo. Ito po ay inamin po ni Colonel Garma kanina po, 2 beses niyo po inamin na it's true that nakipagkita siya kay Jimmy Fortaleza. At doon sa pagkikita po, sinabihan niya si Jimmy Fortaleza na magkakaroon po ng operation sa Davao Penal Colony. Yung pangalawang contact po nila, nangyari po nung tinawagan niya si Jimmy Fortaleza po at nakiusap siya na dalhin yung cellphone para makausap ni Colonel Garma si Colonel Padilla. At doon sinabihan din si Colonel Padilla ni Colonel Garma na may operation doon at huwag sila makailam. Pangalawang beses po yon. Ang pangatlong beses po, tumawag po uli si Colonel Garma noong August 8, 2016 kay Jimmy Fortaleza. And then sinabihan niya si Jimmy Fortaleza, this could be probably after the meeting in CIDG station, after the plan was hatched, sinabihan niya, Bok, ako na bahala. May mga tao na kami dyan. Probably, I assume that this was after na nakontak na si Leopoldo Tan and si Magda Daro na patay na nga yung Chinese prisoners. So, there were already 3 occasions wherein Colonel Garma had a contact with Jimmy Fortaleza and personally talking to Jimmy Fortaleza whether on the phone o dun sa Dapicol. Ang pang-apat po, nung August 11 na, nung pinasok na po yung 3 bilanggo na Chinese na para patayin, tumawag din po ulit si Colonel Garma kay Jimmy Fortaleza at sinabayhan, huwag mong pabayaan yung 3 bilanggo, bigyan mo, alagaan mo, bigyan mo ng pagkain. So it's very clear, Mr. Chair, that it was Colonel Garma who was directing everything to kill these 3 Chinese nationals. Ngayon, I'd also like to establish a point wherein doon sa affidavit ni Joby Espinido that during the war against drugs, there indeed was a reward system. Kung makapatay ang pulis ng mga drug lord or whatever na involved sa kaso ng droga, there was a reward system wherein binibigyan ang pulis na nakapatay ng 20,000.
Yung reward na sinasabi niya, wala akong reward na binibigay. Kung may accomplishment ka, then I will promote you.
Now accordingly, nanggaling sa STL yung pondo na ibayad doon sa mga reward sa mga pulis. Colonel Garma, totoo po ba na nanggaling ang pera para sa reward system? Nanggaling po ba sa STL?
No, Your
Nung kayo po ay
Honor.
nakaposisyon?
No, Your Honor.
Pero inamin ho ninyo na noong November 2021 and during your stint as STL ahead, nagbibigay po kayo ng pondo sa PNP, hindi po ba? It's on record. You gave 22 million pesos to PNP na ang pera galing sa STL.
That is charged to charity fund. There is a board resolution, and the STL IRR provides for it that we provide a portion of the charity fund to the Philippine National Police and NBI for medical programs, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, prior to your stint, Colonel Garma, yung STL operations po, sinuspend ho yun. But in 2019, nung umupo kayo, nilift ho ninyo yung suspension, hindi po ba?
No, Mr. Chair.
Well, on records, nakalagay po dito, kayo ho nag-lift ng suspension ng STL operations.
Yeah, it was lifted. No, it was suspended during my time, Your Honor, and it was lifted during my time, Your Honor.
Bakit ho ninyo suspend?
It was suspended because during the time when I assumed as the General Manager of PCSO, almost 1/2 of STL agents po ay may utang sa PCSO. More than 5 billion.
Pero kayo din po ang nag-lift, hindi po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, after the implementing rules and regulations was approved by the Office of the President, Mr.
Sa
Chair.
tingin niyo, Madam Garma, hindi ba kaya yung binibigyan yung pera sa PNP, sa NBI, ay nagamit as a reward dun sa mga nakapatay ng mga drug lord?
Hindi po pwede yun, Mr. Chair.
Kasi po, kayo na po nagsabi sa isang interview noon na ang income na generated sa STL and Lotto ay nagbibigay po kayo ng portion sa NBI and PNP bilang reward sa mga efforts nila na labanan ang underground illegal gambling and illegal drugs. Hindi po ba?
No, Mr. Chair. It's not a reward, Mr. Chair. It's to fund their medical programs, and it's very clear in the charter, Mr. Chair.
Ang hirap naman magsilbi sa bayan. Kung noon, Chinese na pusher, firing squad agad. Ngayon, kapwa Pilipino, iniipit para lang sa sariling politikal na ambisyon ng mga pulpul na politiko. Ikaw, kabayan, ano ang nasa isip mo? Pakilagay naman sa comment section. Muli, ito ang Tindig Pinas, kung saan bawat isyu ng bayan may boses ka.